Hey y'all, what's up? It's a Friday flip. It's technically Thursday, but I figured I would go ahead and do it and get it up for y'all in the morning. I'm gonna do a flip of what's been going on in my planner and a little chatty chat about I don't know, planner stuff. So things that have been going on. I am still in Franklin Covey Compact. I did, and you're going to hear beeping in the background. My neighbor is having some stumps ground from a bunch of trees they had taken down. So I think it's the equipment keeps backing up, but I keep hearing the beeping. So anyway, so if you hear that in the background, nothing I can do about it, okay? Okay. I was like, that sounds like really close, but they're loading it on a truck, like right out in front of my house. Okay. So, anyway, so I have been in Franklin Covey Compact. I did stress hop into personal on Sunday and Monday. I caught my personal up and did all the things. And it's good to flip through, but when I start actually like trying to do crap in it, it's too small. So I immediately came back to this. I think you know what, I think I topped for like the last time, because I was like, this isn't making any sense. I'm completely fine in this. And I'm going to tell you that a little bit of my issue with like personal versus Franklin Covey Compact is that not a lot of people are in Franklin Covey Compact. It's not a very popular size in the planner community. And I do struggle with that a little bit. I do struggle with my thoughts of being in Franklin Covey Compact when it's not a very popular size and people may not want to like see it or like that kind of thing. I do have those struggles. Now, I am a very it is what it is person, but for a very is what it is person and I do what I want person, I still have the thoughts. I still have the intrusive thoughts. I do. It's part of my neurospiciness. It's also why I overcompensate in things, because I think it's not good enough and that people will think it's not good enough. So that kind of goes into if you watched my planners, like, I don't know, month ago, I had like a shame video because I planner hopped into Franklin Covey Compact. It kind of goes along those lines. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, along that, I think I'm just gonna do what I do, and you know it'll turn out. It'll be what it is. And for somebody, like I said, for somebody that it'll be what it is, I have a lot of anxiety around it is what it is. But anyway, so I do enjoy the size. I do enjoy the setup. And honestly, my system is the same in both. So it really comes down to just size of the paper. That's the only difference. I'm not adapting to another system. I don't plan a different way in each one. There's not a different setup for each one. It's the exact same system in each, because I plan a certain way and that doesn't change. It's one of the reasons I don't do bound book is because you have to adapt to the person that made that book's system. If you get a already like dated and like a Sterling ink planner or just Scribbles planner or whatever, they have beautiful stuff, and I really would love to like plan that way, but that's not how my brain works. And I have to have a planner that's functional. I'm not just recording my events, like I'm planning my events, and that's different. I think, I can't remember who did a video on a planner versus planning. If I can remember, I'll link it below, but, and I'm gonna be honest, it's in my watch later list. I haven't even watched it, but there is a difference between having a planner and planning. Like, I plan in this, I keep lists, it's very functional. It does have some decor. I did put some decor back in it just because I need it to be a little pretty to keep my, like, attention. I had cleared all the decor out because I got the ick and wanted to get rid of everything. And I selectively put a few things back. But like, there's a difference between a planner and a planning. Like, I don't record my life, I plan my life. I proactively plan it. I'm not going back and saying, hey, I did this thing, and, you know, have it there. I'm keeping up. I have a lot of balls in the air, and like, that's that this keeps all those balls in the air, plates in the air, whatever you want to call them, for me. I did pop into my Moterm Honey. This is the Moterm Honey 2.0 Luxe. I just needed the extra room, and I needed, I'm going a lot this week. Like, I have a lot of appointments. My husband had surgery on Monday. My granddaughter was supposed to have surgery on Wednesday. That was a shit show when it got canceled. Then tomorrow, like, I'm taking my mom to the doctor. Like, then Monday, my husband has post-op appointments, and we're going to be running. So I needed something that was a little, like, I could put, like, stuff, and I could fold information and put it in the back here. Yeah, so, like, I needed just stuff. I needed something I could, like, stuff things in. And I love my Amicas and everything. And they do fine. But they don't have the big back pocket. And I kind of needed that for a little bit. Yeah. And, so that's a long-winded freaking intro. So, my bad. But anyway, not much has changed. I'm gonna be honest. This is like my leave, my leave tracker. It helps me keep track of my leave at work. I had to do a new CGM. Mine fell off. It was my own fault. I did put this back in here. This is my travel thing. It keeps track of the days we've gone to Disney or did things, traveled. And I'm going to be honest, there's not much there. We spent the first, like, 6 months, or like a good 4-month chunk. It'll be 6 months by the time my husband recuperates at home. We're recuperating someone. So it doesn't have a lot, but I just stuck it in here because I wanted it. We did do a girls' weekend day to Disney for my granddaughter's birthday. She had a ball. That was fun. To do personal. So some of these have, like, I've updated my lists. I had a goals video, and I'll kind of go over that in another video, but I updated some of these lists to go with that goals setting, and how I'm kind of keeping track of it and things like that. So some of these lists got updated to kind of go with that. But this is just I'm not an inbox person. I don't have a running inbox of things to do that would, like, break my brain. Things would get lost. This is a very categorized things I need to get done for certain parts of my life. And yeah, I have budget to-dos, finance checklists, still have my mom's projects. I got another guy coming for trees. I met with him today, so I'm hoping next week. I am doing like book writing, research, workout goals. I've been working out at the gym. I did stick to this. This is a Q planner, quarter planner print list for myself that I've been making. Part of my goals is like a glow up kind of thing, professional goals. I made a list of things I want to get done. So that's just how my brain works. It's a lot of lists. I have a few extra in here because I was still writing some down. This is that Mead paper. I couldn't find them in my local Walmart. I had to order them, and they were delivered. The pages are a little wavy, like they got maybe moisture to them or something, which doesn't really bother me. This one's a little better, I guess. Oh, they all kind of look like that, but it doesn't really bother me because they're throwaway. But they're perforated, so all I have to do is tear it off, cut a little off there, punch them, and then trim the insides like I do with all my inserts, and they fit perfectly for Franklin Covey Compact. They are 7" by 4 3/8, so they fit perfectly in here. So I like those. They do have like a pocket that you could, they have a pocket that you could tear out, kind of cut down, punch, put in your Franklin Covey Compact or your personal if you wanted to. So, I mean, if you're interested in something like that, I got a 3-pack or a 4-pack. Did I get a 3-pack or a 4-pack? I got a 4-pack for $6 through Walmart, and I have Walmart membership, so I get free shipping. They just came to my house. Anyway, I use a bunch of this. This gets used all the time. I need to order a few things for my mom still. Ooh, I got another scarf hanger. I did that. This is sitting here because my husband's shakes that he likes, his protein shakes, have been out of stock for a while. So I'm waiting for them to come in stock. I have to catch them and then order them a bunch at a time. I did stick my vision board for 2025 back in here. It's basically health related, discipline, a new era of me. Like my word of the year was intention, a determination to act in a certain way, an aim or a plan. So, and I wanted to be very intentional with the things that I did. Now my year has kind of been hijacked, but this next 6 months I'm trying to unhijack it, like do things despite what's happening around me. So anyway, I want to do some journaling about my goals, so I put this in here. This is Perpetual Plans. She had an Etsy, but it's down. This was her freebie, and I printed it for like decoration, but I want to do some journaling on it. And then these are my goals. I have a list of them, just kind of like the point of each goal section in my life, and then how I'm going to do it. Like I said, I went over that in kind of like my goals thing. Updated this. This is my work one, just yearly reminders of things that need to get done. This is my Q3 stuff. my Q3 tarot that I pulled. My habits, they are going to go, there was a habit reminder that I had that tracked how often I completed the habit, and I gotta remember which one it was. And I think I'm gonna go back to tracking like my daily habits and things in that reminder, because it gives you like feedback. I like the reminders app. I don't mind that. I do have that set up for a few things. But I wanted something that gave me some feedback and like tracked how often I actually completed my habits, that kind of thing. So I'm looking for an app to do that. And I think I'm going to go back to that because like I said, I want to track it, and I don't want to have to manually track all this stuff every day. It's just easier to click it on my phone, and then I don't have to deal with it. This was June. This is July. I have been listening to a lot of Audible books. I've listened to 3 or 4 this month. That's how I've been getting in my books. This no social media detox has been a no-go. I have been scrolling, but I think it'll get better once I go back to work. Because I do scroll a lot less when I'm at work, and I think this will be easier to stick to when I'm working and not at home off work. So this is my monthly. It's been I've been crossing things off. What's today? 10th. I said school clothes is just sitting here because I've been picking up a little bit each week. In Florida, you have to buy summer clothes before they break out all the jackets, because our kids wear summer clothes until October, November. This was some journaling I did on the day that my husband had surgery. This is kind of what our week has looked like. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's, oh God, it's already Friday. After this week, yeah, next week we are halfway through July. That's bonker nuts. Okay. August, September. This has kind of been my week. We are having leftovers today. We have a ton of leftovers and need to eat them. Like I said, I have done a bunch. I did our laundry room today. I did the pantry today. I cleaned all of our fans today. I decluttered a bunch of stuff, cleaned our bathroom today. I went and worked out this morning. I met with my mom's tree guy. Yeah, it's been a very productive day. But it's been my first day really at home. And I wouldn't even really call it at home. I wasn't at home a lot. I went and took our donations. I went into Dollar Tree. I had to get some birthday cards and some gift cards for some friends' birthdays. So I did that. I went to the gym. I haven't been keeping up with this. It's been so hectic. I did not sleep this night. That was, I only slept a couple hours, so I don't even can't count that. Tree guy is supposed to let me know if he's coming this week or the following week. But my mom has a surgical follow-up next week, and I have a massage and a hair appointment, and we're into August. Crazy. I did put this in here, thought it was cute. I am liking the fly leaf. I put it in the middle to hold my highlighter. These have been my days. See, this is like, I wrote it on personal size because I was in personal on Sunday. And somebody made a comment about like my planner confusion. And they said something like, it's the confusion for me or something. Maybe you would get more views if I had less confusion or something. And I just told them thanks for the insight, but that's not going to happen here. That is never going to happen here. I don't think it's ever happened here. And my first reaction was, you don't even go here. Like I share like what I'm doing. So if you're looking for like an aesthetic journal looking planner, this ain't your jam. I respect that, and I suggest you, I mean, I'll link some below if it would help. If you would rather have like a aesthetic, consistent planning person, like my Moxie Dreams, she has been in the same system for years. Rachel in Theory is really good. Who else isn't planner hopping this year? Life in the Mitten, she's in a B6 Slim, has been for a while. I'll think of some more, and I'll try to mention them below, like some people that are pretty consistent. Even Life in the Mitten, she did a short YouTube that says I planner hop, and that's okay. Hi, my name, I forget her name, God almighty, but and she says, and I'm a planner hopper, but that's okay. Like, apparently there's been some kind of drama or something, and I don't even know what they're talking about. So if you know about the planner drama and what the drama is, please put it below, because fill me in. Let a girl know the tea. I don't keep up with any of that. But like, I won't be that. I won't be your person. I usually introduce my channel with welcome to the hot mess. And I take that seriously. I take my hot mess very seriously. This is my days this week. I'm trying to do some junk journaling. Like, I've been putting like pieces of things that happened for the day in my days. I thought I would try it. If I don't like it, I'll just take it out. It's not that big a deal. But I thought I would give it a go. I see other people do it. And I was like, is that me? Probably not. But, you know, we'll give it a go. Okay. So this is today, and this is kind of what today looked like. Yeah. Took my husband with me to the Dollar Tree. He didn't go in, but he ran errands with me to the Dollar Tree and to drop off our donation so that he could get out of the house. Poor fella, he does not do well sitting at the house, and he's got some sitting at the house in front of him. So, bless his soul. Oh, I was going to do the dog's nails today. I need to get with my son and see what he did with that nail clipper. I'll do that today. My friend's birthday is this weekend. That's why I had to go to the Dollar Tree. And then that's it. So one of the things that I do really like about my personal is that I had a bunch of this Tomo River paper that is gridded. You can see the grid. I cannot see the grid on the Stalogy anymore. It's very hard for me. But this has like a nice, it's not too dark, but it's dark enough that I see the blue grid, and it's 5mm grid, which is what I appreciate about the Stalogy, the B6 specifically, because I think the A5 is like 4mm anyway, or 3mm, I can't remember, but it has a bigger grid, and a lot of the Tomo River paper has a super tiny grid. I know Sterling Inks is like, I don't know, 0.3mm grid or something. It's crazy tiny. So I appreciate this grid. It's enough that I can see it, so I can see the line. It does help me control my, if you see like the difference between me writing here and the difference of me writing like here, is because I can't see the line. I can't differentiate where the lines are. But here I can kind of control it. So I did end up buying some of that to cut down. I got the A5 size. So it has a much darker grid. And this is the same company that I got from this. This is who? Tomo River, it just says Tomo River Notebook. This has 368 pages, so what, it's 186 sheets, which is fine. That'll get me a while. I can't cut it sideways because it's not big enough. So I will lose a lot of the page. But that's fine. I really enjoy this paper. This is 52 GSM, and it's in white. So they do sell it in a smaller pack that I was buying, and the bigger packs are like, I was going to get like the A4 size, but it doesn't come gridded. It only comes blank. You have to get the A5 size in order to get the grid. So it is what it is. But I bought that because that was one of the things that I loved in my personal, is that I had a bunch of this Tomo River paper, gridded Tomo River paper that I was using as dailies. So I'm going to change back from Stalogy paper to that next week, because I like that better. I do have some more Stalogy paper that I can use up, but I can use it for, I'll come back to it eventually. Who knows? This is my work section. I need to come in here and clean up all the notes. You can see where I've trimmed some of this down to personal size. So I just stuck it in here, and I'll use it for work notes. It's not that big a deal. This is my bills section. I just put my weekly bills and keep a check registry for the week. I don't do good doing a running check registry, but I do it by week. This is my checkoff. And it's going well. My check off for that, my steps, my symptom tracker. My biggest symptom is not sleeping. right now, but I have a lot going on, so I keep a quarter of these in here at a time. I guess I don't have to, but I do. I've been keeping track of what we've been eating, and today is leftover day. This is where I have been keeping, I'm going to check off, the Y just happens to be over the day that I worked out, but I'm going to check off every day I work out. I'm doing two days a week right now, Wednesdays and Sundays. I had to push this because my granddaughter had an appointment, but it's going to be Wednesdays and Sundays are going to be my 2 days of working out, and then next month I'm going to go up to 3 days a week. Then I want to get to like 3 to 4 days a week in September. And then I'm keeping track of what I did and where I did it. Because I do have some she put in there that I can do at home, like if I can't get to the gym, like if I just can't make it to the gym. And then here I will look back at the end of the month and like write kind of like my upper weights, my lower weights, how many reps I were doing, keeping track and making sure that it's increasing every month. That's how that's doing. And then I was journaling on the days I go to the gym about kind of like how I feel about it and how it went and my thoughts. And I have a quarter worth of that in here. These are my habits, which I'll go over, and my goals thing. This is my budget tracker calendar. I need to take some of this out. Some of this can come out. It doesn't all need to be in here, but I'm hesitant to take it out because it's working. My adulting list, my zones. I did, like I said, I did my laundry room and our pantry. Tomorrow I'll work on our dining room, and then I want to get the kitchen over the weekend because it's going to be a bigger thing. Meals, healthy snacks, recipes to try. I made a list of lunches that I want to take. This is my meal planning. I've got a few weeks of meal planning, so I don't have to think about it. Prayer lists, weekly. I put all my books back in here because I have been like listening to my Audible, and I want to read at night. So I want to start, like I started like transferring like the books that I've already read this year onto a Franklin Covey compact size one of these. I just have to use smaller pictures. So I need to go in here and transfer it from my personal. I didn't bother to do this one, but transfer them into, and then I caught up some of them, and then I go back and give them like a spicy rating and that kind of thing. It's Audible book. I mean, I'd listen to another Audible book. And then these are all my books that like I purchased, what I have on Audible. These are a few of the authors that I read, pretty much everything they do. So I want to get that all transferred onto Franklin Covey Compact because I haven't been, you know, I wasn't sure I was going to stick with it, but it seems like it's going to stick. So I want to start working on that. So that's why that's there. Once I start getting this transferred over, I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. Those will all come out. Caught this up. It just sits happily in here in a little pack. My Peanuts Planner Co. inserts, my personal stuff that I keep track of. I got my summaries all done, so if I go to the doctor, I can kind of give them a summary of like how my anxiety was. I keep track of like my anxiety, my fatigue, the nights that I slept less than 6 hours, how many times I was up at midnight, how much I tossed and turned, my brain fog, anger was a thing, anxiety, low sleep. that kind of thing, so I can kind of give them a rating. And then this is my reference information. And I turned all these pockets functional. I have some, these are some work lists I wanted to clean up. Yeah. So, that was a long-winded planner flip. Yeah, just a planner flip and a chat and a kind of going forward and, you know, what to expect. I used to say, oh, I'm not FOMO'd with planners. I'm totally FOMO'd. So don't listen to me when I say don't be FOMO'd, because it's pot calling the kettle black. I totally am FOMO'd when I see cool personal planners, but the aesthetic personal planners aren't my jam. I do love a good used planner flip through. That's where my FOMO comes in. But anyway, so if you're looking for some aesthetic content, I'll try to link a couple of those too, because it's definitely not me. So if you're still into the hot mess, you're welcome to stick around. I definitely am hot mess like. It is what it is. There's just no getting around it. I'm not going to be anything else. My brain is not going to allow me to be anything else but a hot mess. So if you have any questions about my system, you are more than welcome to put them below. If you are leaving, you don't have to announce it. You can slip off quietly into the night. It's not going to happen, guys. I'm just not going to be that. There's no way. It would be forcing something. What would happen would be I would have a fake planner, and then you would only see the fake planner. And that's not something I'm interested in doing. That's not why I do this channel. And I also don't do this channel for views. Is it nice that y'all watch? Yes, I love talking to y'all. I love being on Instagram and talking to y'all, even though I'm supposed to be taking a break, just for my mental health. But, and I kind of miss y'all over there. So that's why it's been very, very hard. But what I have been scrolling has been less. But anyway, I'm glad that people watch, and I have regulars that comment, and I love talking to everyone. But I share it because I like to share it. Not really, this isn't my job. I don't really do this for the job, or for like, I'm not a creative person that's trying to sell a product or a planner or creatively sell stickers or something else. I'm not a creator. I'm not an influencer. What am I? A vlogger, I guess, because you're not going to get anything other than what's happening in my personal life right now. So yeah, I don't do really hauls. I don't do any of that. I just share whatever's happening currently. Oh, you know what? I lied. I will do a haul. Hold on. But it's not really a haul. I bought something. I bought a Filofax Malden. So Kat was selling her Filofax Bicentennial Malden, and I've been wanting one of these, and she had it at a really good price. But let me tell you something. When I say those rings are tiny, they're fucking tiny. Tiny. These are from 2024, so the inserts weren't really any good for me. I don't use these dividers because I don't use dividers at all. They had a couple of the to-do pages that I really like, but I don't like the cream, and I don't like the color. So this will probably be given to somebody. I don't know. But anyway, I love this because it has the gold hardware. But those rings were super tiny, so I de-ringed it. I don't know if you can see like the slit that I made here, and I made a slit here. I think now that I know, I would do it differently and you wouldn't see these, because I could get it out of the slit a little smaller. I did not punch it through to the back. I was able to like slip the rivet, the studs in, and then screw it down. So these are 25 millimeter rings. I would stick 30 in here, but my Franklin Covey does fit in here. You can fit Franklin Covey compact in here. It fits. It fits just fine. Especially with the 25 millimeter rings, and with the 23 you could probably do really good, but I'm a chunky planner gal. I like something big. I like something chunky. Anywho, damn it, Beverly. But anyway, it does fit. And I stretched out this band. I put some heat to it and pulled on it, and it stretched it out. I'm sorry, it's my daughter coming in from work, but or my son. But anyway, they do fit. So if you want Franklin Covey compact in the Malden, it does fit. But anyway, I always wanted one of these, and maybe once it's a little less chunky, I will stick them in here, but I needed this room for right now. That's what I needed. So, oops, I forgot to put this back in here. Anyways, I'll fix that in a minute. That wasn't really a haul. It was just, I bought something that I said I wasn't going to buy, but I did it anyway. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, put them down below. I appreciate you all that kind of hang out for the hot mess. I appreciate your input. I appreciate you commenting down below. I appreciate talking to y'all. I appreciate everybody that messages me over on Instagram. If you really want to talk, you can go over on Instagram. I chat with people all day over there. Yeah. So until next time, y'all. Bye.